What's the number one way to improve your workouts? Increasing your energy, your focus, your strength, your endurance, and so much more. Can you guess what it is? Now, today's video is in response to a great question I received earlier this week from one of my coaching clients who mentioned that he's been feeling tired in the afternoon and really didn't have the kind of motivation and energy to work out. So he wanted to know if I had any kind of tips or advice that would help him optimize his energy in the afternoon after work so he could feel more motivated to work out and he would be able to give the best of himself to the weight training sessions. Now, I find most cases when I get asked these questions, people are kind of looking for the band-aid solution. They're looking for a supplement that will increase their energy or maybe some sort of hack that'll boost their energy in the afternoon. I'm not saying that's the case this time, but very rarely do I have anyone approach me and say, like, I want to get to the root cause of the problem here. Like, why am I feeling so tired in the afternoon? So my response to this client immediately was, get more sleep. Sleep is everything, as you guys hear me drill home over and over again on this channel. Now, the reason this was my number one response to this client is that when we first started working together, I asked him how his sleep was, and he mentioned that he finds it's 7 hours a night is optimal for him, and he usually gets that about 4 nights a week, and then there's about 3 nights where he gets a little less than that. Now, if I had $1 for every time that my clients told me I feel fine getting 6 to 7 hours of sleep, I get through the day just well, I don't need any more sleep than that, I'd be a very rich guy right now. There's no doubt about that. So I always convince these clients, all right, just try for a little while, even just this week, get 8 hours of sleep, at least 8 hours of sleep each and every night. And they are shocked. They always, every single freaking time, come back to me going, oh my God, Scott, I have so much more energy, so much more focus and mental clarity. I'm like so much more productive in work. I'm getting more done in less time, so I have more free time to do the things that I want. My appetite is in better control. My gym performance is through the roof. I'm just feeling absolutely incredible. My mood is elevated. Just have more zest for life. I feel like I'm thriving. And they realize that they've been robbing themselves all this time. They thought they were being strong or brave or some warrior or whatever by getting less sleep and kind of challenging themselves to get through the day like that. And it's just not worth it. Sleep is everything. And of course, research backs this up. A paper was just published 2 months ago that showed that athletes who increase their sleep from 7 hours to over 8 hours improve their athletic performance across a variety of sports. As with many studies, the researchers concluded that more studies are needed, but really I didn't even need this study to confirm what I already know from my own personal experiences and from my experiences of coaching clients for the past 24 years. Just earlier this week, I was sharing in the Lose Fat, Get Jacked Inner Circle that I had noticed that for about 2 weeks, my sleep quality wasn't quite what I was used to. Mind you, it's still way better than most people. I'm used to getting at least like 8.5 hours of sleep each and every night. Great quality sleep. I'm very consistent with my sleep-wake patterns, my wind-down routines at the end of the day, but just something was a little bit off. So I was getting, I'd say, about 7.5 hours of somewhat quality sleep each night. And I noticed that my performance in the gym was slowing down there. I didn't quite have my energy. And I'm thinking, like, why is it? Like, what's going on? What's so different that my sleep is thrown off right now? And I realized about 2 weeks ago, I started having a latte with 2 to 3 shots of espresso in it after my workout at about 1 or 2 in the afternoon there. Again, it was like the cooler weather's here. I gotta admit, like pumpkin spice season. I'm getting all bougie and stuff here. So I had that and it would have impacted my sleep that night. So I didn't get a good quality sleep that night. So the next day I started feeling tired. So it was no longer reaching for the caffeine because it was cool and I wanted something different right there. I was like, I'm tired right now. I need something to pick me up to get me through the rest of the day. And again, not getting a good night's sleep that night, so you need caffeine the next day to keep you boosted throughout the afternoon. So there's kind of that vicious cycle. You have the caffeine, it interrupts your sleep. The next day you're tired, so you need more caffeine, but that caffeine interrupts your sleep. It's just over and over and over again. So I'm realizing also, because my sleep was negatively impacted by the afternoon caffeine there, that towards the end of the day, when part of my wind down routine is doing some gentle stretching, some reading, really calming my mind, I just felt too tired. Like it's time for me to stretch. I'm like, just feel lazy. I don't want to read right now. I'm too tired to read. Let's just turn on the television. And then again, like getting that stimulation with my mind and everything, what also had a negative impact on my sleep. So just amazing how just one afternoon coffee there impacted my sleep and just started this cycle of having a negative impact of not only performing poorly in my training session, but changing my whole lifestyle. I'm so used to having that great wind down routine and not used to flipping the TV on at night there, but because I was feeling tired and sluggish, it's what I gravitated towards, and I just got into that routine of that. Even though it was just like the nature channel, it's stimulating because I'm fascinated by all that stuff, but it just got me out of my regular routine. So I stopped with the afternoon caffeine, stopped with the late night television, got back into my regular wind down routine and back to normal now, and immediately feel that zest, that invigoration that I can give the best of myself to all that I'm doing throughout the day. So really having that heightened sense of awareness, you gotta think to yourself, why is my sleep not as good as it could be? So I became aware that the afternoon caffeine was the trigger, and what else it was triggering me getting to those other routines, those habits. Amazing, it's how easy to get into those negative habits that don't serve you best. But it's very easy when you're aware of that to make that change, make that improvement. So with my client there, again, going back to him and his sleep, the 7 hours that he usually gets, what he thought was optimal, and the days that he doesn't get that optimal sleep, it came down to stress from work. So I'm like, all right, first of all, let's try to increase your sleep, but also we want to prevent you from waking up in the middle of the night and feeling stressed about work. What can you do to ease that, to manage that better? Maybe doing a brain dump before you go to bed. So anything that's on your mind, just get it all out there. Maybe writing out a to-do list so you know what you have to do the next day. You don't have to wake up thinking about, oh my God, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. No, you already know it's in place. You're good there. And then I told him, like me being a business owner, an entrepreneur there for basically 25 years here that I've been an entrepreneur, my brain always used to go 24/7. If I'd wake up in the middle of the night, let's say it's 4 in the morning, I'd be like, you know what, I was gonna get up in an hour. I'm just gonna get up anyways right now because I had thoughts of work, all the stuff I want to get done. Let's just get to work earlier and do that. Now, I'm like 4 years ago when I decided to make sleep my number one priority, I started listening to some meditation audios before I went to bed to really help me calm my mind. And something about it was an Australian woman, just a great voice, and kicking off within that first minute, she said, let go of your thoughts. Now is the time for sleep. So whenever I wake up and my mind starts thinking, I'm like, nope, let go of those thoughts. Now is the time for sleep. If I wake up right now and try to get stuff done, I'm not going to be as productive. I'm not going to solve my problems right now. What's going to help me solve my problems is if I get a great night's sleep right now. I'm going to have more focus, more mental clarity, more energy. I'm going to be able to be more productive. I'm going to be able to handle these situations a lot better if I get a great night's sleep. So again, doing a brain dump, just journaling in general, writing your to-do list, maybe a meditation audio, anything to kind of calm your mind so you don't have those thoughts when you wake up in the middle of the night. If you start having those thoughts, you say, no, now is not the time to handle this. It's not the best time for me to handle this. Now is the best time to get some sleep. So working that with him, other clients, the thing that wakes up in the middle of the night and it has a negative impact on their sleep is having to pee in the middle of the night. Train a lot of men over 40 and get to that point where it becomes an issue for some guys. So really encouraging them to kind of taper their water intake down as the day goes on, especially in the afternoon and early evening. That's myself personally, I drink a lot of the water earlier in the day, especially because I have a midday workout like around noon, 1 o'clock when I'm usually weight training. So I like to have a lot of water in me so I feel fully hydrated for the training session. Then usually afterwards, I'm drinking water through the workout. I really start tapering it well down as the day goes on so I don't have to wake up and pee in the middle of the night there. So finding ways, like whatever's waking you up, get a hold of those situations. Do what you can to stop that from happening so you can get a great night's sleep. So there's lots of different strategies, lots of stuff that we can do to improve our sleep quality. But again, it comes to way more than just performance in the gym and way more than just being more productive with our work, having the energy, having the focus, having the mood and everything. It impacts so much more. I highly recommend in my bookshelf here, Why We Sleep. This was an eye-opening experience because when I started making sleep my number one priority 4 years ago, was mainly to try to increase my testosterone levels. So I have baseline, my free testosterone is kind of borderline low, always has been. So I thought if I could try to improve my sleep, it could improve my testosterone levels. But so I knew that was kind of the benefit there, and I felt immediately the benefit of the performance in the gym and everything that I'm doing. But reading that book, realizing the impact it has on health, whether it's Alzheimer's, dementia, heart attacks, cancers, but really eye-opening experience when it comes to reaction time. So in that study, there's the athletic performance. Not only did they improve like strength, endurance, their focus, but reaction time was huge. And in the book Why We Sleep, it was eye-opening for me to see that anyone who doesn't get an adequate amount of sleep, it's equivalent to them driving around drunk, because your reaction time is so much slower when you're not getting enough sleep. So it's incredible. In addition to like the appetite control and all that kind of stuff, all these other health benefits, it's amazing how it can impact our daily living and really putting us not only at a greater health risk, but other risks that could harm us and potentially harm others. So guys, I'm just going to continue drilling this message home. Make sleep your number one priority. It has a positive impact on absolutely everything you do. It's going to help you live your life to the fullest. It's going to allow you to get the most out of each and every day that you are living, and it's going to have a positive impact on living a long life. So a long quality life, making sleep your number one priority. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. But more than anything, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share feedback and your own personal experiences. I just received a comment on my recent video where someone mentioned that sleep was a game changer for them. And it's the number one thing that had a positive impact on everything in their life. So again, kudos to you. It's a big reason why I keep drilling this home. But I would love to hear from you as well. Like, what is your sleep like? How much do you get? Do you feel like you're just doing enough to get by? You're just settling for a decent amount of sleep there? Or have you tried to push it more to 8 hours or even more than that? And how have you felt from that? So I'd really love to hear about your personal experiences. And before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you next video.